Good day, my name is Dela Imibo, and you're welcome to another edition of Sharing Trade Information on DBA TV. If you are just joining us, I'm your expert doctor, and all we discuss on this channel is on international trade. Today, we'll continue the conversation we started on contract, and we've talked about different areas of contract. In recent time, I've been talking about payment method. And I'll talk about one of the payment methods which happen to be open account. Today, I'll be looking at advance payment. Advance payment is the payment method that involves the buyer paying in advance in full or partial to the seller before shipment is even happen. Now, this advance payment can be done before production starts, can be done after the good is ready for shipment. But what is important is that before the exporter ship, he will be able to have a good chunk of the amount expected to be paid for the shipment. Now, this is not a very common payment method. Open account, which is what we discussed in the last episode, is the most commonly used, which is about more than 80% of global trade. Global trade now over $22 trillion, more than 80% of that being open account. For advance payment, if you are doing advance payment as an importer, you might also want to protect yourself in that advance payment. Probably asking for advance payment guarantee, just to ensure that after paying advance payment, you won't have to be following up on this good to be shipped as at when due. The exporter knows he has to do the shipment. And if he fails to do that, you have a recourse. So meaning as an importer, you can actually do advance payment if that will help your supplier to be able to deliver on time. And there are different reasons why supplier will need advance payment. Sometimes they need advance payment because they want to mitigate their risk. In fact, if you are dealing with a buyer, if you are dealing with a supplier who is very big and who doesn't trust you and doesn't need your transaction, he doesn't need your transaction as an importer, he will have for advance payment. Why? To be able to mitigate the risk of not getting paid. But sometimes it's also a way of helping to work on working capital. Because sometimes the exporter have done a number of shipments and a number of majority of his funds are out there waiting for payment to come in. And now you need an order and he say, look, can you advance me some money to be able to have enough funds to be able to supply your goods? Because I currently have a lot of receivable outstanding that I'm waiting to get. And if you'll be able to make advance payment available, I will be able to do the shipment as at when due. I need it for production financing, to be able to finance the production or to be able to do the documentation and logistics. It could be needed for different things. But as an importer, if you are going to be doing advance payment, you can do partial, like for example, some exporters do advance payment, but good will be ready for shipment, but not yet shipped. And what they are trying to do is to reduce the cash conversion cycle. Instead of making funds available before production starts, I make funds available after the production has started and completed, but before shipment, because I know, okay, now I will be able to get access to the goods within the next few weeks. Maybe production is about a month or two, shipment is about a month. I'll get access to the good in a month and start selling rather than waiting for 2-3 months if it's going to include production. So I'm making funds available after the good is ready for shipment, which will reduce my cash conversion cycle. So you as an exporter can decide that I'm going to make funds available after the good is ready for shipment or even after shipment before arrival. But what is important is that you are making funds available before you have access to the good and begin to use it or even begin to sell it. This is a risk for importers and completely eliminating risk for exporters. But exporters demand for this option if they have an upper hand in negotiation. If they have an upper hand in negotiation, or if they don't need your transaction, or if it's their policy, in some cases, it might be because of the destination where the good is going. They're not sure they don't trust the buyer, or they don't trust the country in terms of the political and economic real of the country. So different issues can account for the reason why an exporter will demand the advance payment be made. What is important is that the importer should put a clause in the contract to ensure that it's also protected. Just in case the exporter does not ship, is also able to mitigate that risk. Has this been of help to you? Give it a thumbs up. Do you want to learn more about export trade? Click on the notification bell so you know we upload new video. You want to join our community, subscribe to the channel. You have a question for me? Drop in the comment section. My name is Dele Ayimibo, and I'm your export doctor, and I'm signing out.